I've been in this industry for the last 21 years and I've been featured in a lot of Malay media like Berita Harian, Mediacorp Suria, Detik, and even Selamat Pagi Singapura at one time.
Yang dikenakan sepatutnya dihadkan kepada mereka
terus daripada apa yang dilancarkan. Bagi saya itu satu tunjuk yang baik dalam masa satu.
Encik Sazali
Sarwan.
My name is Sazali Sarwan. People do me as Saz in the industry. I've been in this industry and people actually remember me and recognize me for being a real estate agent. The situation is where people actually do want to have a bigger house. People do want to move into a private property. That seems to be the trend. I wouldn't say it's just the current market. That seems to be the aspiration for every single homeowners. From 3 room to go up to 4 room, 4 room to 5 room, and 5 room to executive, and even for that matter to executive condominium or condominium. So people actually do want to upgrade themselves to a bigger house, or if not, for that matter, they want to have a property with a higher value. This is actually a form of investment, especially for people actually buy a private property where the private property has a better investment value in the future as compared to HDB. So people are actually aware of the restriction of buying HDB where it limited to only 99 years. Even though private property that's 99, but people has this impression or the understanding that private property do have a higher value, especially when a foreigner were to come in and they can buy this condominium or private property. These people actually tend to have the retirement plan. So having retirement plan, one of it is that they have to downgrade to a smaller flat where HDB do offer them flexi flat, studio apartment, where they actually able to cash out their money or to monetize their current flat, and they able to utilize that as a retirement plan. So these are the reason why people actually buy and sell. In fact, a lot of people buy and sell due to many reasons. Number one, because they find the house is too small. They want to upgrade to a bigger flat. Once they got a bigger flat, the children actually grow up and they move out to their own house because they got married. Then they find the flat is too big, then they want to downgrade to a smaller size because for maintenance purposes. So one of the reasons why they want to downgrade, not because they can't afford, but because they want to easily maintain their current house to a smaller unit. Well, it comes to a stage where people actually wish to downgrade. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean that you downgrade in everything in your lifestyle. You may have an upgrade in other lifestyles. And when they downgrade, they're actually able to fully pay their smaller house. And this is something that I try to help them, and this is something that I can assist them by able to cash out their money from the CPF. When they're able to cash out the money from CPF, this is where they actually can fulfill whatever desire or the dreams that they want. And the most important thing or most pleasurable thing that I can see that after that they have this extra funds, they're able to pay for their Hajj, and they pay people for their Umrah, and that's that I find it it's very, very fulfilling because they actually able to fulfill their dreams. And it's my dream too to see they're able to go to Hajj and to Umrah and so on. Good time to sell. I can't tell you when is a good time to sell, but one thing for sure, HDB require 5 years minimum occupation period. After 5 years, you are qualified to sell. Number one is actually it's a location. You need to find a good location. That doesn't mean that having near MRT is the best location, because you're not able to get at a good price. If you get a good location near MRT and good price, that's okay. But sometimes it doesn't mean that having a bit away from the MRT, but it has a good freehold value. And that's something that you can. So number one is the location. Number two is the lease. Make sure that the lease is not too long. Any property which is 60 years and below, you got to be careful because bank may not able to give you the high loan. Okay. Now number three is the level. Try to get high level. You know, orang Melayu kita always go for a lower level, but private property, the higher the better. So the higher level give you a higher value in the future. Number four is actually loan. now is a good time for you to take a loan because the bank actually offers the lowest interest rate. Nowhere in the world actually able to offer you an interest rate which is actually less than 2%, which is right now 1.25%, and that's something that you should take advantage or leverage on the current policy and to invest into a private property. So number one is a location, number two is level, number three is actually the lease, number four is loan. This 4L, just remember that, yeah, you won't go wrong. If you can afford to upgrade to private property, now is a good time for you to upgrade to private property. Especially when you are young, you're able to get maximizing the loan, which is 25 years, and you're able to get a longer term period of loan, and that means that lower monthly payment. One should see this as an investment. It also is a form of saving plan, because when you actually pay monthly payments, especially when you pay by cash or by CPF for that matter, you know that you're actually paying for your house as compared if you were to rent. So when you actually pay to the house, the time when you want to sell the property, you're able to cash out these funds and to buy another property which is lower value, and you can pay all in full. And that is a kind of investment to be financial free in future. So is it a good time to upgrade, especially right now where people are actually buying private property? Because people in Singapore especially, we foresee the prices of private property will go up and still remain stable, and that's where it's good time for you to invest. As compared to some other country, the property actually fluctuates quite aggressively in fact, and for Singapore it's increased steadily, and especially with our strong government and good monetary policy and good control the way on the demand and supply, Singapore property is still a good investment heaven as far as property investment is concerned. To homeowner out there, I'm sure you have a lot of questions and a lot of queries and things that you still have doubtful about property. My line is always open. You can call me, you can contact me or email to me. I'll be more than happy to answer every single question, and there's no obligation, and I'll be more happy to assist you and perhaps to clear your doubts, and it's easier for you to make your decision in all property related matters.